Dear learners, today, the focus of my presentation is Islamic traditions towards educational aims and methods of acquiring valid knowledge. Let us try to understand the Islamic traditions. Islamic traditions have a rich history of emphasizing the pursuit of knowledge and the importance of education. The Islamic worldview encourages seeking valid knowledge as a means of understanding the world, fulfilling religious obligations, and contributing to the betterment of society. The approach towards educational aims and methods in Islamic traditions is rooted in the Quran, the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the legacy of Islamic scholars. Here is an exploration of Islamic traditions towards educational aims and methods of acquiring valid knowledge. Educational aims in Islamic traditions. 1. Seeking knowledge as a religious duty. The Quran emphasizes the importance of seeking knowledge as a religious duty. The first revelation to Prophet Muhammad contained a command to read or recite, underscoring the significance of learning. 2. Integration of faith and knowledge. Islamic education aims to integrate faith and knowledge, acknowledging the interconnectedness of religious and secular domains. The pursuit of knowledge is seen as a means of understanding the creation of Allah and fulfilling the responsibility of stewardship on earth. 3. Character development. Islamic education is not just about intellectual growth but also about character development. The Prophet Muhammad is described as the walking Quran, emphasizing the embodiment of ethical and moral principles through knowledge. 4. Community service and social justice. Islamic education emphasizes the concept of serving humanity. Knowledge is considered valuable when used to contribute positively to society, promote justice, and alleviate the suffering of others. 5. Balanced education. Islamic traditions advocate for a balanced education that includes both religious and secular knowledge. The pursuit of sciences, arts, and humanities is encouraged alongside religious studies. 6. Self-reflection and spiritual growth. Islamic education aims not only for intellectual growth but also for self-reflection and spiritual development. The acquisition of knowledge is seen as a means of drawing closer to Allah and understanding one's purpose in life. Methods of acquiring valid knowledge in Islamic traditions. 1. Primary sources. The Quran and the Sunnah, teachings and practices of Prophet Muhammad, are considered primary sources of knowledge in Islam. Islamic scholars derive principles and guidance from these sources for various fields of study. 2. Scholarly tradition. The Islamic tradition places a high value on scholarship. Throughout history, scholars known as ulama have played a crucial role in preserving, transmitting, and expanding knowledge. The process involves rigorous study of classical texts, debate, and critical analysis. 3. Ijma, consensus, and qiyas. Analogical reasoning. Ijma refers to the consensus of scholars on certain issues, while qiyas involves analogical reasoning to derive legal rulings in situations not explicitly addressed in religious texts. These methods are used in Islamic jurisprudence to adapt principles to contemporary contexts. 4. Observation and experimentation. Islamic scholars in the medieval period made significant contributions to various scientific disciplines, including astronomy, medicine, and mathematics. The emphasis on observation and experimentation aligns with the Quranic injunction to reflect upon the signs of Allah in the natural world. 5. Islamic philosophy and ethics. Islamic philosophical traditions, particularly those influenced by figures like Al-Farabi, Avicenna, Ibn Sina, and Averroes, Ibn Rushd, explored the relationship between reason and revelation. Islamic ethics, rooted in the Quran and Hadith, guide the ethical conduct of acquiring and using knowledge. 6. Tazkiyah, purification of the soul. Islamic education emphasizes the importance of purifying the soul as a prerequisite for acquiring knowledge. The pursuit of knowledge is not divorced from moral and ethical considerations, and humility is encouraged in the face of acquiring knowledge. 7. Critical thinking and inquiry. Islam encourages critical thinking and inquiry. The Quran repeatedly urges believers to reflect, ponder, and question. The pursuit of valid knowledge involves active engagement with ideas, seeking understanding, and questioning assumptions. 8. Socratic dialogue, the method of engaging in dialogue and discussion, known as majlis, is a long-standing tradition in Islamic education. It involves a respectful exchange of ideas, encouraging intellectual growth through conversation and debate. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel Education and Teacher Education at Shokin Bilal.